In 2009, Nigeria's National Youth Service Corps launched War Against Poverty projects aimed at addressing the critical problem of youth unemployment in the country. The issue of post-service unemployment for many of these youths has remained a major challenge in the country. Today, the NYSC MDG's advocacy project has made huge changes in the lives of the youth. In 2009, the NYSC got 300 million naira fund from the MDG's office. This year, 500 million naira was earmarked for these projects. Under the program, youths are trained by experts in various vocations such as poultry, fish, animal husbandry, and farming.
We came in with what we refer to as War Against Poverty, which is a collaboration between NYSC and MDG. Now, these co-members are being given training in the orientation camp. For those of them who are interested, which the number we cannot even take all now, we sensitize them, we give them the training through the facilitators, and now we give them a soft loan in order to make sure that they become self-employed.
25-year-old Ono Joseph was once a student at the University of Abuja, Nigeria's Federal Capital Territory. Ono studied economics at the university. However, his interest in animal farming grew when he was selected as one of the beneficiaries of the NYSC MDG's agribusiness loan. In February 2009, he completed his year of service in the nation's capital city. He then decided to make use of the training he got from the National Youth Service. 4 months later, with the loan of about $1,700, he was able to set up a small farm and earn himself a living. A typical day for Ono starts right on his farm. As soon as he opens the entrance of his farm, he walks straight to his grass cutters. Mr. Ono has about 16 of these animals in his farm. Today, the animals are due for weighing. However, Ono wants to make sure their cages are clean and free of clutter. After feeding them, it will be time for the most difficult task. Getting to weigh these animals is not an easy nut to crack. After a long battle, Ono was able to get the first grass cutter for weighing. The weight shows that it is in good health and is growing very well. Joseph has employed 2 people to work with him on his other farm.
It's a good initiative, and I say kudos to them, and I would also like to encourage them to keep it up. Let it not just die with assets. Let them keep it coming, because there are so many unemployed people out there that will benefit from this.
The NYSC War Against Poverty project was designed to blossom fully into a dependable tool for eradicating extreme poverty. Today, the likes of Mr. Ono can live a very comfortable life without having to depend on anyone. The grass cutter is a delicacy in Nigeria's Benue state. This has made the business of grass cutter rearing a huge business potential. Each of Mr. Ono's grass cutter sells for 4,000 naira only, compared to the 7,000 naira grass cutters found elsewhere.
My business, all my business, I am not after money. Money is not everything in life. I'm looking for how I can help the poor masses out there. I'm being a beneficiary of the federal government, which I'm grateful for, something I never even imagined to come to me. I decided that, okay, I was going to start a farm business that's going to produce food and also produce employment, but not for monetary purposes, not for profit motive. My grass cutter goes for as little as 3,500, 4,000, depending on the quantity in which you're buying. Why out there, a live grass cutter goes for between 6,000 and 7,000.
Determined to eradicate poverty by 2015, the MDG's office in Nigeria has demonstrated that poverty reduction will continue to become an increasingly important element in economic growth and development, as the lack of jobs and the rise in poverty leaves many Nigerians with no option but to wander around. The MDG's office has also collaborated with Nigeria's Citizenship and Leadership Training Center to engage in the training of youths in leadership qualities and patriotism.
The problem of poverty in Africa and all the evils that is medieval Africa is traced to bad leadership. Because if you have the right leadership on ground, good leaders who have the people at heart, who are prudent with their resources, and who know the priorities where they should place development projects and what have you, the issue of poverty will not be there. So first and foremost, to me, and the way we convince also the MDG's office to collaborate with us, is to ensure that you train young Nigerians who are coming up to be responsible, accountable, and good leaders.
Since its inception, the organization has worked hand in hand with the MDG's office towards achieving the goal of kicking poverty out of the country. Over the period of about 50 years, the center has trained over 7 million Nigerian youths in various fields. In 2007, the center was believed to have trained 210 students drawn from 34 tertiary institutions in the north towards achieving the MDGs.
A number of the programs that we have actually affect the livelihoods of the very poor. As I've said, we've talked to you about the microcredit that's extended. That's reduced the number of people who are living on, less than 3 meals a day. So too has the COPE program through NAPEP. More than that, some of the programs we've done in terms of the building programs through conditional grants, through the quick wins, you'll find that these have affected communities where you have a lot of industry going on. We're building schools, boreholes. This employs people beyond the construction worker. Construction workers have to be serviced, and you'll find that many of the poor have engaged with providing construction workers with homes, with food, and we should not underestimate the value that has. We know, for instance, in some communities where women have provided the meals that are required on our sites, that they've had sufficient money turned over, that they've had capital to improve their businesses. So these are some of the things that we've actually embarked upon.
With poverty eradication programs initiated by various agencies within the country, today Nigeria is reported to have a lower rate of poverty incidence. A report from the National Poverty Eradication Program confirmed that the poverty rate has declined drastically. In 1996, the ratio was 65.5%. In 1990, it was 70%. In 2004, it fell to 54.4%. The current poverty rate is less than 50%. This drop is as a result of the various poverty eradication programs initiated with collaboration between the Office of the MDGs, government agencies and stakeholders. Now, MDG's office say it will not relent in its effort towards achieving the MDGs by 2015.